2 years ago, Spider-Boy was the hot new character, but so was Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara. Gambit's first appearances were in demand, and collectors were chasing a forgotten Elektra comic. Not only are we going to revisit Spider-Boy's success and that beautiful Jenny Frison Barnstormer variant, I will tell you who Necro and the Elders are. We'll even talk about My Little Pony. All that, and we'll see how these top 10 books hold up today in 2025. Hey everyone, I'm Izzy from Comics with IzzyVerseNYC, and this is your Covrprice Top 10 Rewind. We are looking back at July 2023. We'll see which books are still strong, which ones cooled off, and which ones might still have potential for your comic book collection. Before we jump in, please hit that like button, subscribe to Covrprice for weekly top 10 and trending comic updates. So let's get started. At number 10, Barnstormers number 1. This is the 1 in 25 variant by Jenny Frison. In July 2023, raw near mint copies were hitting $40 to $55. By December, a CGC 9.8 copy sold for $176. Now in 2025, prices have cooled. Raw copies are selling for around $34, and a recent 9.8 sold for just $80. That puts this book down from its launch hype.
Frison covers always bring attention. They heat up fast, but prices tend to settle later. This book declined to its original value, but not by much. If you're a Frison fan, now's a good time to grab this one without paying the launch prices.
At number 9, My Little Pony 14. This is the 1 in 10 Justuras variant with the first appearance of Violet Rainbow. In July 2023, raw copies sold for around $45 with highs at $75. Now in 2025, prices have settled to $15. No graded sales have been recorded. This book is down as supplies overtook demand.
I never thought I would cover My Little Pony comic book, but here we are today. My Little Pony fans love new characters. Prices spiked fast for this one, but now it's much cheaper. It's an easy grab if you are a pony collector or you just like cartoon books.
Coming to our charts at number 8 is Hulk Annual number 1 by Gary Frank. This features the first appearance of the Eldest. In July 2023, a raw near mint copy sold for around $16 and a CGC 9.8 sold for $130. However, now in 2025, raw copies are around $12 and a 9.8 recently sold for just $28. This book is a down over the 2-year look back.
The Eldest, introduced in this annual of Incredible Hulk, is described as the child of the Mother of Horrors, a powerful ancient being. There was a lot of hype for this debut, but as the story moved forward, hype faded with it. If you're interested in the Hulk Lord, you can grab it now for a really good, inexpensive cost.
Hot in number 7 is Uncanny X-Men 266. This is the first full appearance of Gambit. In July 2023, Deadpool 3 rumors pushed prices up. Raw near mint copies sold for $175 and a CGC 9.8 sold for $760. Now in 2025, raw copies sell for around $133 and a 9.8 sold for $522. Prices are down, but it remains a key book.
This book has been a staple for years. Even with the dip, Gambit's popularity keeps this book relevant. We will see Gambit make his return in Avengers Doomsday and its Channing Tatum in the role, so this price will not stay this low for long. If you've been waiting to add it, now may be the perfect time.
At our list at number 6, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, issue number 33. This features the first cover appearance of Ariala Secura. In July 2023, raw copies sold for around $20 and a CGC 9.8 sold for $96. Now in 2025, raw copies are around $10 and a 9.8 sold recently for $33. The book is down from its 2023 high.
I mentioned before that Star Wars first spike fast, but they also cool down after the hype wears down. If you're building your Star Wars first, it's a low risk picking up it now, but always be cautious when picking up these books.
At the middle of our chart at number 5, Elektra the movie number 1. Jennifer Garner's return in Deadpool Wolverine made this book jump. In 2023, raw copies sold for $22 and a CGC 9.8 sold for $160. And now, raw copies are around $10 and the last 9.8 sale was $100. It's down from its movie bump.
Collectors love comeback stories. Seeing Jennifer Garner's Elektra in Deadpool and Wolverine was fantastic. This book was regulated to the dollar bins prior, and then it saw a surge. It's cheap now, and it's a great book to get, especially if you're planning to get it signed by Jennifer Garner, if you ever get the chance.
Swinging in at number 4, Spider-Man number 7. This is a Humberto Ramos top secret spoiler variant with Spider-Boy's first appearance. In July 2023, raw copies sold for $38. CGC 9.8 copies were around $130. Now, raws are selling for around $14, and a recent 9.8 copy sold for $59. This book is down after its initial rush.
We've said it countless of times. Spider-Boy was everywhere for a moment, and we talked a lot about him. As of today, prices have become more realistic. If you believe in Spider-Boy's future, it's a good time to grab it now.
At number 3, X-Men Annual 14. This is Gambit's debatable first cameo appearance. In 2023, raw copies sold for $40. CGC 9.8 copies sold for $225. Now in 2025, raw copies sell for around $25, and a 9.8 recently sold for $126. It's down from its 2023 peak.
This book has always been part of the Gambit first appearance debate, even though this book does feature Gambit in multiple panels. Despite that, this is a great book to have, even though it does not feature Gambit promptly the way X-Men 266 has. Regardless of the debate, it's a fun, affordable, important X-Men book that is a must-have to any X-Men collector.
Just missing the top spot at number 2, Spider-Man 2099 number 1. In 2023, Across the Spider-Verse hype kept this book very hot. Raw copies sold for $22. CGC 9.8 copies hit $230. Now in 2025, raw copies are around $12 and a 9.8 sold for $93. It's down, but it still remains popular.
Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099 is a fan favorite. He's clearly one of the most important characters in the Spider-Verse. This title has a high print run, so the price will mostly remain low. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't get it. If you're looking for a solid modern key at an affordable price, this is it.
And hitting the number 1 spot, Extreme Venom Verse number 4. This is the Tashi Osaki 1 in 25 variant, and the first cover appearance of Ellen Ellenson as Necron from an alternate universe, a high school student who's in love with Parker Piper. In 2023, raw copies sold for $137, a CGC 9.8 sold for $400. Now in 2025, raw copies are around $49, and a 9.8 recently sold for $83. It's down from the peak, but remains a collectible for Symbiote fans.
This was a must-have for Venom collectors in 2023. Necro was a manga-inspired character that came out of nowhere. This ratio was hot, and it's still being sought out by fans today. If you're building your Symbiote collection, it's a great time to grab this variant at a lower price.
These 10 books tell the story of how speculation and collecting move. Spider-Boy and Spider-Man 2099 rode the Spider-Verse wave. Barnstormers remind us how Jenny Frison covers grab instant attention. And Gambit, Uncanny X-Men 266, and X-Men Annual 14, along with Elektra the movie number 1,
all saw spikes tied to the Deadpool and Wolverine movie buzz. Extreme Venomverse, with the first appearance of Nikron, sits alongside Star Wars Dr. Aphra, My Little Pony, and Hulk Annual as examples of first appearances that heat up and then eventually cool down once copies flood the market. Together, these books show the importance of patience in the waiting game when speculating on movie hype and first appearance excitement. If you enjoy seeing how the market trends play out, and if you navigate the highs and lows of speculation with patience. That wraps up for this week. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights. And for even more in-depth market analysis, visit Covrprice YouTube channel for their weekly content, including the top 10 comics, the Shaker Report, and comics covered with co-founders Matt and John. You can also check out covrprice.com to see their current top 10 and trending movers and shakers. And if you want more discussions and comic breakdowns, check out my channel, Comics with IzzyVerseNYC. And don't forget to follow me on all the socials at IzzyVerseNYC. I'll catch you next time. Excelsior.